up to be Doctor Strange. That's it. I want the little
Me
cape and the
too.
whole thing.
Out of all of the superheroes, if you think about it, he's the one that became a superhero through study.
Right.
I
And
mean,
he's
how could you
smart.
do
He's like
that?
he's like super smart. He's a little bit like Spider-Man. That kid's smart too. Or Iron Man. That guy's smart too. But it's totally different because he didn't believe, and she made him believe.
I know. That's why I love that scene so much. It's like you take a non-believer and whack. Now you believe. Because seeing is
She
believing. I was like that until my astral projection. I did not believe anything spiritual. I did believe in ghosts, but I thought that they were like an energetic recording, because
sometimes they are. They're not always actual beings, but if you
yeah,
speak to them and they are able to respond to you real time, then they're not a loop.
yeah.
But one time, like I always tell people, my visits to historic places are not like anyone else's. My tours are different.
Well, we have
And
Gettysburg nearby. I'm 20 minutes from Gettysburg.
I've known people that have had a lot of experiences there in
I
Gettysburg.
can imagine.
But I was dating this man. His sister lived down somewhere near Savannah, somewhere down there. So we went
Oh,
down
Savannah's
there to.
loaded.
Oh, I didn't like it. It
Yeah,
was creepy.
I've heard all kinds of stories about Savannah,
Yeah.
Georgia.
So
Yeah.
we have this really kind of weird. Hang on a second. I'm gonna put you
Good
on.
morning, everyone, by the way. Hello, Nils. Hi, Ray. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Shakti. Welcome.
Hang on a second.
Do your thing. Angelica's just disappeared to the void for a moment. She'll be back.
I'm making myself void. Yes, that's what I'm
She's
doing.
in a black hole.
Now I can't
Good
find
morning,
you. Where'd you
Lori.
go? Where'd
Hi,
you
Sarah. Hi,
go?
Jody. Hi, Nadine. Oh, nope, we lost her. She's going to have to click the link again. We're just having a little chit chat before the podcast about movies and stuff, as we always do. I love Angelica, just chatting about these things. There she is. She's back.
You can't let me push buttons.
We take too many buttons.
Bad.
She's back from the void.
I
There
always tell people, when I die, I really want to be cremated, but on my tombstone it's going to say she pushed the wrong button. She pushed the wrong button. They're going to go, what? So that's what we do. I am just so happy to see you today.
But anyway, you.
When I went to Savannah and they had renovated this really old building for a new like a visitor center or something, I walked in, I had 3 companions, they're doing whatever, and I'm looking around going, oh my, and all of a sudden I'm seeing all these soldiers on like cots or the floor, and they were all in this building, and I'm thinking, does anybody see that but me? And they didn't, of course. And then one of them reached out and touched my leg because it was close to him. And I went, okay, not loops. This is not a loop.
Angelica's doing the time warp.
Yeah. Laura and I were talking about what happens when some things that look like ghosts are actually
are
actually not. They're loops. They're energetic loops that has the energy's gotten stuck and usually in the earth in that point in time, and it just keeps repeating itself.
Yes. That's why when you go places like Gettysburg, you often hear like horses. Sometimes you'll hear cannons and stuff.
Yeah, they're still there.
Part of the looped recording. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Though I knew a couple once that were in a bed and breakfast or a hotel somewhere right there, and she picked up the pen or pencil to sign in because that was in the days when you had to sign things. And all of a sudden, she put the pen down, and all of a sudden, it moved across the counter and then moved back across the counter. And she said, that was it for me. Just done. Not doing that again. But I just thought that was so funny. I thought that sounds like
I
so
do
much
wonder
fun.
how people are going to handle 5D if they if they get spooked so easily over
Well, you
things.
have to wonder. And Siddhartha says there's no time and space, there aren't dimensions, which makes perfect sense to me. Like it's a flow, like a
Yeah,
river. But if you think about it, people who are not, even for death now, okay? And
yeah.
I use death not literally because people don't die, they continue energetically. But you have to wonder if people who are not prepared for what comes next, whatever next might be, how are they going to function? How are they
A
going
lot of
to?
them are leaving for this reason.
Yep.
They don't want it.
It's
They say, no, I would rather just be blissfully unaware as to what's happening.
well, it's odd because a lot of people have no belief in any kind of afterlife, so when they get over there, they get stuck. They still believe that they're physical. They don't believe that, oh, maybe I'm not in my body anymore. And if people leave quickly, that happens. If they commit suicide, it happens. They don't know where they are. They don't know what
I was
happened.
surprised to hear that suicide's you're literally choosing to take your own life, but then you were like, how do you not know that you did, that you succeeded?
They
Like,
forget. They forget
um,
because they don't want to take the responsibility. A lot of times they think they're in a car crash.
wow.
Even if they shoot themselves or hang themselves, they think they're still in a car crash. And a lot
Interesting.
of times when I see them, like if I see somebody crossed in a normal way, they're solid to me. They look very solid to me. But people who do that, they often are like, in the transporter in Star Trek, where they're all
Yeah,
little glittery things. That's what they look like
really.
to me. Yeah, they're not cohesive. And as you tell them what happened to them, they become this more cohesive thing. And finally, you can kind of see that, but you have to tell them, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but you took your own life. You're not in your body anymore because it happens so quick that a lot of times they don't get it. They don't understand what they did.
Yeah.
And it's a very sad thing because I've had a lot of teenagers who did that, not realizing that they are not old enough to realize the bigger picture, you know.
Thank God somebody saved my butt because I was one of those teenagers that was just like, hell, this, I'm not sticking around here. I was quite determined to leave. But I'm starting now realizing what I know about attachments. I'm realizing I was not sovereign when I was going through all of that. Not at all.
You probably were not because
I'm very glad I was protected
they
through that.
like to influence these creatures, we call them creatures, like to influence people who are in a bad place. A lot of times they're lost, they don't have a goal, they don't feel loved, they're in bad place. And
Well, it's hard,
those are,
especially when you're so young. You're coming from a lot of these beings are
yeah,
also coming from source too. So they come down here to earth, and to come from a place where everybody is love and light and understanding, to
right.
come to a place where it's so heavy and so dark and so complicated, they're just like, wow, this is too much.
Well, and they don't want to be here. I had a case with a baby, this has happened a couple of times, I think. But I had this case where this grandma who had non-believing daughter and son-in-law, or whatever way that went, and the baby that they had kept not thriving. It had a failure to thrive, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. It had a fever sometimes it didn't. I mean, it changed all the time, and it just wasn't what it just didn't want to stay here. It wanted to go, and they
Yeah.
didn't expect it to live. And she said, "Can you help this?" And I said, "Let me go talk to the baby." It's amazing what happens
Aw.
when you talk to babies. And I talked to it when it wasn't in its body, and I said to it, "Look, your parents love you. They want you. They can't. They had you so that they could be happy with you and raising you and making you happy and making them happy." I said, "You don't have to go. It's different here. It's true. It's absolutely true, but it's all right for you to stay if you want to. It's
And
not
how
going to
did
be."
it go?
It stayed. It got back in the body. They were out of the hospital within a few hours and went home. And, like the next day they were out. And Went home and everything was fine. And I checked on the baby again later, 6 months or a year later, and the baby was doing well.
Oh, you
Baby was
convinced them
doing
to
well.
stay.
Yeah, so that's all you have to do. You go out of your body and you talk to the spirit of the baby and say, "Look, your parents love you, and if you leave them, it will break them. Please don't do that. Be kind, and it's
It's
good for
hard
you to
down
be
here, but
here."
it'll be worth it.
It's it. It's exactly. Just give them a pep talk, and they're like, "Huh, okay, I'll try it."
You know what's funny too is that you convince them to stay, but sometimes we even have to convince them that it's okay to leave too, because there are a lot of spirits and a lot of people in hospice
Yes,
are
yes.
hanging on and they don't know, they're scared of death, or they're scared, or they have attachments. I did a clearing on somebody that is in the ICU today, and the soul guides told me, they said, you do
Oh,
realize that the body is not going to be repaired, but the fact that you did the clearing allows them to cross over in peace. They couldn't. They was too much pain, too many attachments, too many. They even had earthbounds chained to them and all kinds of stuff, and they couldn't cross over because of it. So they were stuck in their body suffering because of
well,
these attachments.
sometimes, it's like this with death, and people are terrified of it, which I think is kind of weird because nothing lasts, everything is impermanent, as our friend over here likes to say. But it's like it's your body, your spirit, and whatever else you believe in up here. And it can be anything. I don't care what you call it, but it's something that's energetic that's here. So it's like this weird pyramid. So a lot of times the body's in so much pain, it says, "Let's go. I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore."
Yeah.
And it's the body that usually, though, is the opposite way. It's afraid to go because it knows it's not coming back. It's not going to reincarnate. It's not going to
Yeah, the body is
reboot
different.
itself. And
Yeah.
so that's where the real fear comes. It's coming from the body. Now, the
Wow.
spirit or the soul might say, "This has been a rough life and I kind of need a break. So can we go now?" you know, can we just go now? And there's an argument there sometimes between the body and the soul. And then whatever up here, it sometimes will make the decision, but generally, it allows these two elements to make up their mind. Now, people who have dementia or some kind of brain issue, they have a hard time getting over properly because the whole time they're in their body, they're at the end of their lives, they're kind of in and out all the time. So they don't know if
Also, some of them actually get better too. Like somebody will be bedridden for like 2-3 years, and then the last day or two before they die, they're up, they're cleaning the house, they're doing stuff, and it's like it almost seems like they get better before they
it
leave.
happens. That does happen with people. I think it's their way to say their last goodbye. They pop up out of a coma and they talk to
Yeah.
everyone, they're gone. It
Wow.
happens. I think that is a more spiritual thing because the spirit is saying, you want to say goodbye to everybody before you leave. And then there are some people who are so far gone already that they're already seeing like the portal and
They're
the
seeing
how
their loved ones come, and yeah. It's also
and
another thing. Like
angels.
why all of a sudden, just before they die, they can all of a sudden get the gift of mediumship.
It's not really a mediumship. It is they are already transitioning into
So
spirit.
they're already kind of half out the body.
Yeah, and people with
Oh,
brain injuries, they're in and out all the time. That's why they go back and they'll talk to you about, where's the kid that got on the school bus with me or whatever. It's because they're kind of time traveling a little bit, and their doctors will say they're just having memory and their brain is going dead. But I don't think that's true. I think the spirit is much stronger than your physical being.
yes,
It just
absolutely.
is. It's eternal. Your spirit is eternal, and your body isn't. It's not made to be. I've had people tell me I want to live to be 122 years old, and I'm thinking, why? Why would you want to do that? That's crazy. I used
Yeah.
to have a publisher who used to say that. Are you nuts? Everybody you know will be gone, including your pets. Do you really want to do that? Do you want to live to be 122?
No, I'm content with being 80.
Well,
I'm at the point after 80, I'm just like, why? It's like, I don't
you
know.
know,
I just don't have as
Siddhartha.
much interest.
Well, it's interesting because I do have this 93-year-old gentleman who was so in love with his wife, and he thought because she was younger, he would go first. And so he arranged everything for her, and then she went first, which was a horrible shock to him because nobody was expecting that. Like she just went the way we
Oh,
all want to go, which is in our sleep, in our bed, you know. And he has struggled with that and struggled. And then he said, I am glad she went first because she doesn't have to suffer the pain that I'm suffering because she's not here. I said, she's here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a problem.
well,
It's a white fuzzy problem.
he
Come
knows. He knows that we're
here.
about to talk with him.
I know.
Hello,
Come here.
Leo.
Can you hear him? I doubt if you can hear him because I got on noise canceling, but he is just chirping up a storm. Did you come to talk to Laura? Come here. Come here. I asked you if you wanted food before I started, and you said no. There he goes.
Now we can wait.
Yeah, right. Sometimes I have the plate of catnip over on the floor that he likes to come
I
out
also,
here and
I
eat.
must say though, I truly believe that age is just a number. I feel that my father, for example, was born in 1921. He'd be 103 today. And so I feel that if he hadn't gotten cancer, he'd still be around. He was a tough old man. And
Well, let
so
me tell
who
you
knows
about
how
this.
long.
This old guy. He. I shouldn't call him an old guy. He's really young at heart. But I mean, he's in really good health. He's in good physical health. He's in good mental
That's
health.
where it's at. You just gotta stay
I
home.
mean, he still drives. He still runs his farm. He's also a lawyer. He goes to work 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, he goes and teaches people at grief class and does things at church. And I mean, I'm thinking that's amazing. Most people at 93 can't function like that. But if you're going to be 93, that's the way you should be 93. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I was going to tell you, Siddhartha often, if you ask him, will talk about the end of his life. He talks about that sometimes, and not often, but every now and then. And he was over 80 when he transitioned, and he chose to. He talks about he was ready. He thought he had done everything he was there to do. Now, at 80, if you live to be 80 in India, you get this special celebration, like a festival, because most people there still don't live to be 80. So once you get to 80, you're known as like a wise person because you made it all the way to 80. And so when you get to 80, you can have a festival with all kinds of balloons and party and cupcakes and stuff like that. But he talks about how he intentionally left his body and how
Really? You just said
upset the
I'm done.
people. Yeah, and a lot of those, like if you read some of the material that the yogis have written, like Yogananda, they talk about how yogis learn to do that. They can leave their body at will and they're done, and they
Wow.
don't come back. It's not like a travel thing. They choose to leave and they leave.
Just
And
snip that silver cord.
And I think people who have loved ones that they've lost or children that they've lost and they are heartbroken in a way, they sometimes leave because they can't bear to stay without that other person.
Yeah.
So it
Why a lot
that's
of these twin flames they choose to leave together, you know.
exactly like they call that broken heart syndrome, and this man swears up and down that he was on the verge of that. And when I met him, he really was a kind of an emotional mess, but he's doing good again now.
There was somebody that actually they lost their husband, and we did a clearing on them, and we found that their heart chakra was broken in half.
That happens.
And I said, really? Like a chakra can break in half? And they said, yeah,
Yeah,
it literally is a broken heart. Her heart
yeah.
chakra split in half, and it was shooting out energy in different directions.
I believe that's true. And even if, say, your chakras are being attacked or abused or something like that, they will get out around So, what Chinese doctor does is he comes back, he does this on either side of the body and puts it back into the shape it's supposed to be in. But if you
Wow.
have a lot of junk in there and somebody pulls the junk out, then you get this kind of warped, not pretty looking chakra, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So you can
Right.
actually take your hands, one hand and the other, and you can just kind of do this and put it back like it's supposed to be. At least try to. Now, it doesn't mean that the person won't have the same experience and it won't happen again, but
Well,
you
animals
could,
even die from broken hearts. This is not something that only humans do, you know? This is quite literally something that even
doggies.
animals, dogs, you name it.
Doggies really, you hear about the doggies that go lay on the master's grave and things like that. They do. Animals grieve and they grieve for other animals. I've seen that. I've seen
Mhm.
that with some cats that I've had, that one will sit watch or vigil over the other one that is clearly exiting. And once that one is gone, then they die too. Like instantly. Like a couple days later, they suddenly go and they're just gone.
I saw a video the other day of an older lady who passed away, and her cat passed away literally the same day she did.
Yep. Um,
They chose to
it,
leave together, which I mean, wow,
I had
that's a
a
very
client I had a client whose mother showed up at her session, and all of a sudden this cat showed up and was walking across the kitchen counter. And I said, "You probably don't want to know this, but this cat is like walking across your counter." And I think it did that when it was live. She said, "Yes, it did."
he knows he's not supposed to be up there. He's still doing it.
And they put the woman, the mom, the grandmother died, this lady's mom died, and they put the cat who died shortly thereafter in the coffin with her. So they were literally
Oh,
together in the coffin, as they were being taken care of that way. But I'm seeing this cat walking back and forth across. I'm thinking, what?
just think of how much love. I mean, it's kind of sad, but if you think of how much love that there must be in that relationship, it just, aw,
I know. Well,
just melts your heart chakra.
don't want that to happen. Let's put it back together quick. Oh, me.
That's so beautiful. And it makes it just goes to show how deep our connection can be to other spirits. And you don't even have to be the same
You
avatar to
don't.
be kindred spirits.
This cat is so funny. I didn't know this, but I used to think if I sneak out while he's asleep, which he usually sleeps for a number of hours, I can get the groceries and get home before he even knows I'm gone. Well, one day I was
Just snap
going
at
to
you and
get
creep out.
and really quiet, clicking the key in the lock and stuff like that. He won't hear this.
Oh,
But one day I went out to get something, and when I came back in, he was screaming his head off. I don't even know where it came from. I guess he was asleep upstairs. But I would just went out to get something out of the car. And when I came back in, he was screaming. He was calling me. I went, uh-oh. Wonder how many times I've been caught.
yep. Where do you think you're going without permission?
I know, and it was really funny. I'm like, he was nowhere to be seen. I mean, I know
He's your protector. That's why he was so upset. How can he
he
protect you if you
he
leave?
he was very disturbed about that, but he's always happy when the cat food comes back in the door. So that makes up.
We'll have to get you a little kitty backpack that you can put in your push cart with a little, window on it so you can look out.
Well, I don't think they let you bring cats in the stores here, but
Just tell me your emotional support cat.
uh, the thing is, he doesn't like to ride in the car. He has a trauma about cars, which is if
Oh,
he gets in the car, he may not come back here. Now, I've taken him out several different times like he likes to go to the groomer. He really likes the groomer. And so, and he seems to know which direction the groomer's in that direction. The vet is in that direction, but he
you know,
seems to know.
see, this is the thing. They get smart and they they start to get aware of your tricks.
So he's like, "Oh, groomer, that's okay." And he's fine. But if we head in a different direction, he's not fine. He doesn't do well in the car because I think he thinks he's not coming back. So I can understand that.
There
So
was
we're
one
making
lady who crossed
progress.
over. Her cat waited 10 years for her to pass. 10 years the cat was in Earthbound. And
That's a long time. But
I know,
I
can
think
you imagine?
the rules for animals are different. I think they get to choose.
Yeah.
Do they stay in spirit? Do they come back as another pet to you? I think they get to choose. I don't think people always have all that
Well,
much
you
choice,
know
but they
what's
do.
funny? There was a hypnosis session that my friend Suzanne Spooner did many years ago about a woman that got hit by lightning while
Oh,
she was walking her dog one day and they both got
oh,
hit. I know. And she thought it was so strange because the storm came out of nowhere and it just all of a sudden hit them. And so one of the main questions she wanted to know was, one, why did this storm come out of nowhere? Two, why did they get hit? And three, how could her dog possibly have survived, because they both survived the strike? And the
wow.
question was one, she manifested the storm because the storm
Oh,
was meant to happen, you know. But what was interesting is that she found out the dog chose to stay. That her dog was given the option to stay or to go. So when she asked, why did my dog live? They said, because he wanted to. He chose to.
that's it. And
Yeah,
dogs are
he said,
funny.
no, you were given the choice. And he said, no, I'm going to stick with her.
Dogs don't like to leave their owners. They feel like they're the protection, that the people can't live without them. They have a really funny idea about what their job is. And they're very hesitant to leave if they think you might need them. They don't want to do that.
Your protectors, yeah.
Yeah, they're like that. Dogs are like that. But, I had a friend that was a carpenter, like a master carpenter, and he was up on roofs. He was fixing people's roofs for a little while, and he got hit by lightning, not once, but twice. I mean, a dead
Twice.
on strike, and he should have been dead, but he wasn't. And he said, I'm
That's
going
when
to
I would be
learn.
asking God some questions. Like, what did I
Well,
do?
what he decided was the next time I'm on a
I don't
roof.
know. Once you could be like, all right, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But twice, that's
Well, they've got metal hammers and stuff like that, that of course is attractive to lightning.
but
But anyway,
still.
he decided, he said he learned that when he saw a storm kind of coming his way, he'd send it back. He'd stand there and just send it back, and he didn't get struck by lightning anymore. So did it work? I have no idea, but he seemed to think so, and I guess that's all that actually matters.
Wow. I'd just go around telling myself Thor if I got hit by lightning twice.
I'd be looking around. I would be looking around for
Like,
Thor. Where is he?
oh, that's so funny. Gotta love it.
Our lives change with movies, don't they?
They do indeed. They definitely do. I'm
Yeah.
just reading through
We were
some of the
talking of,
comments.
we were talking about, I said I wanted to grow up to be Doctor Strange.
Well, we kind of are if you think about it. You know,
I'm pretty
we're
sure
all
we are. I just don't
students
want to
of,
admit it.
yeah, students of metaphysics.
Yeah, that's so funny. This cat is so funny. I think he knew you were on,
Oh,
so he was checking to see what you were doing.
so I also have that thing. We have you have where is it? I'm
An
looking for
event.
the link here. You have lots of events coming up, don't you?
Well, just two
You've
events,
been
but are the
very
same
busy.
event.
So I wanted to talk with you and possibly even Siddhartha about your meditations that you've been doing. You and Daniela and Christopher have been very busy.
We did. We had a couple of individual sessions with people they seemed to like. Um, Last one, Siddhartha decided what it was going to be about, and the rest of us didn't know. That's what happened. He's like, "We're going to do the more that you are." Really? What's that?
The more that you are. That's
and
beautiful.
and it turned out well. A lot of people had kind of a profound, even cathartic kind of thing that happened to them while they were in that session with him. And this one that's coming up are different types of meditations. I still don't know exactly how it's going to work. He did say to me, we need to do the Ganesha meditation. I'm like, what's that? I don't know what that is. So we're going to do the Ganesha meditation. I have no clue. So don't ask me.
Wonderful. The Ganesha meditation.
That's what he said.
To connect with Lord Ganesha. For those of
Well,
you
he seems to know what that is, and he seems to know how to do it. So that's
who love
what we're
Ganesha.
going to do. And there are a number of other ones. He's going to teach you how not to talk to yourself, because that's the downfall of meditation. People start, talking to
That is my biggest
themselves.
problem with meditation is silencing the mind because my
Well,
mind with my ADD, I am constantly my mind never shuts up ever.
there'll be a candle meditation, which also works with crystals and walls. Though I wouldn't stare at a wall. You can go crazy doing that. It's a very Zen thing to do, to stare at the walls. But
I
no,
like to watch flowers bloom. There's a lot of some really great videos on YouTube that are time lapse of flowers blooming. And I've noticed that if I put that on, I can clear my mind a little bit. Just, watching that happen.
well, a lot of times people with attention deficit or ADHD or ADD, whichever, if they do an activity with their hand, like if they're drawing, for example, it frees up their mind to pay attention to what you're talking about. So a lot of my students, and I used to work for a woman like this. She was an artist, so she'd sit and draw during meetings because she couldn't pay attention otherwise. I mean, she's just super hyper. Even in her old age, she was super hyper. So that's how she would concentrate. She made a lot of work while she was sitting there doing that.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so I mean, and it's a to do something else. It's called a doing meditation. When you're doing something you're routinely used to doing, your dishes, some people in Japan will, do the rock garden thing, but to me, that's a lot of rocks to be raking. So no, thank you. I think I should be better off doing dishes because there's plenty in my kitchen sink right now. But you do something that you just do all the time, and it's something that you can zone out on, and that's how you get in your altered state. And people don't
I
always
had a
know.
wonderful chat with a friend of mine who is deaf yesterday, and she was frustrated about the fact that she can't do guided meditations because when she closes her eyes,
She
she's no
goes to
longer
sleep.
able to keep up with the meditation because she reads what they're saying rather than hearing
Oh, that's
because
that
she's
that would
deaf.
not work. That would not work for her. She'd need to do a
Exactly.
doing meditation where she's doing something. Tell her that.
I did actually. That was my advice for her. I said, do meditation while you're doing gardening, while you're doing creating art. She does art, and I'm like, then you're already meditating, darling. You don't realize that art can be meditation, but it is.
See, a lot of people do this. I'm telling you. I've seen so many people. I have one student who draws the whole time. And he does some magnificent things, and he's usually drawing whatever's being said to him. So, if Siddhartha says something that's worthwhile, it comes out on a piece of paper on his end. I mean, it works really well for him to do that. And he's saying he would like to talk to you. How long are we going to be on today?
Hmm?
How long are we going to be on today? He says
Oh,
he'd like to talk to you.
oh yeah, I was hoping you would like to. Yeah, we have as much time. I clear my schedule for Siddhartha. Are you kidding? We could be here all day.
He's worth clearing your schedule for, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely. I never make a time restraint for Siddhartha. Are you kidding?
I better move the milk. He doesn't like milk, which I'm drinking.
I
I'll
would
put the
love to
tea
talk
out
to
for
him. That
him.
would be wonderful.
Well, would you like to do it now, or shall we keep talking a little bit longer?
Well, we have been talking for 33 minutes and 33 seconds. I thought that was kind of funny when you asked. That was exactly how long we've been talking.
I know that's pretty funny when that happens. That kind of weirdness is because that's really 1111. It's really that. So
Yeah,
it's funny. That's a funny angelic number.
it is indeed the
So
master number. So yeah, we'll just bring it. Like I said, we'll bring him in, and then we can talk with you a bit more when he's left.
um, let's ask the people if they came to any of the events and if it had any effect on them, and they can just type in the answers if they would.
Please do, you guys. If any of your, if you had a wonderful experience with some of these events, speaking for myself, I mean, every time Siddhartha comes in, I can feel his presence, the energy
Yeah.
of him. And it's funny, the more my abilities go up, the more I can actually check when he's visiting me too, because I'll know when he pops in. I'll think of him, I'm like, oh, Siddhartha must be here. And I'm like, why? I'm like, well, because I just thought of him.
People
And
text.
literally he just pops up randomly into mind. I'm like, oh, he's here. I bet you.
That's what happens. That is what happens. He does. He hears you, and he hears everyone, I think. But people tell me that all the time. He was here. He did this. He did that. And I believe them. I absolutely believe them
100%.
because he doesn't. I call him the best eavesdropper in the universe. He says, "What is an eavesdropper?" Never mind. You'll understand it later.
Well, the
That's
soul
what it.
guides, I think that's what they do most of the time is they just hang
Well,
around
sure.
watching us. They're
Well,
observing. We're like a TV show to them.
Well, actually, for him, I think what it is he cares. He really cares about human beings, and that's his designation, by the way, human beings. There are beings, then there are human beings, and then there are creatures. So he has a kind of a way that he denotes people and things. So I think he cares enough that he really tries to make sure all the people under his umbrella and some extra ones too, I'm sure, are well and doing okay. And anybody he talks to, that's what happens. You get to be under his what he calls his umbrella. And
it's
I
an
think
honor.
it's a
It
nice
really
thing
is.
that he does. And if you get into trouble and you scream, Siddhartha, help! I mean, you're gonna get help. You're gonna get help. And actually Archangel Michael's like that.
I've been calling for
There's
Chinese doctor. I also
yes.
call for Shiva when I feel there's a Lizzie around.
Yeah,
I
Lord
call Lord
Shiva. Nobody likes,
Shiva.
nobody likes Lord Shiva, and he's such a dear
Are you
being.
kidding? I love Shiva. He's probably one of
I
my
know
favorites.
but he scares things. Like if he comes in the room, everything goes away.
Good.
It's like,
Good.
okay, was it my breath? I don't know. It's kind of like that. But
Uh,
he's a beautiful being, and he's very, very
well,
sweet.
he's just not. He's got very strong boundaries.
You could call it that. Or
Jessica's got
something
a
like
question. She
that.
wants to know how is Vishnu as a guide.
That's something you need to ask our friend over here. I don't want to get into the whole Vishnu thing because he
And
has
I was
his
just
own.
saying, Kali. We got switched.
Well, Kali is like got 1,000 names and different aspects of her. The better aspect of Kali is Durga, I believe, if I understand that right. But I love Durga. She rides a tiger. What's wrong with that? She's a demon slayer. What's wrong with that? The Hindus believe, a certain sect of them, that she runs the universe and they don't bother her because of that. Seriously, they say, oh, no, no, we'll talk to Brahman and Vishnu and whoever the other one is, but we don't bother her. She's busy.
We don't bother Kali.
So Durga is the one that runs the universe, and they're like, no, no, we don't make requests from her. No, we don't. And I think that's funny.
You wonder why they don't want to mess around with the strong female aspects,
Well, she's busy, and they know if they bother her, they might aggravate her, and they don't want to do that.
You don't want to put the divine feminine on your bad side.
That's right. That's right. That's really funny, and I like her. I like her a lot. And
Yeah.
you know, these are beings that we might as well go there. These are beings, like Siddhartha and Lord Shiva and Jesus and Archangel Michael and some of these are high frequency beings. They just are.
Mm.
And to talk to us, they have to become much less than they are because we're here, right? And they're here. So they have to kind of come down to get our attention.
Or they drag us up. They're like, come on, get that vibe up there.
Yeah, and they do that. And I think anybody that sits with Siddhartha, even when he's in the physical with me, or I'm somewhere else, but when he takes my body over, I think his energetic is such a strong, soft, sweet thing. I think it just makes people's vibe go up.
I think
I'm
so.
perfectly capable of And I wasn't always, for people who want to know that, I am perfectly capable of seeing people's fields. And sometimes I look at someone and they have very little field. That's never good. Okay. But when they
They've
talk to
shrunk it
him,
down with stress and bad diet and
and
habits and
sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes they're sick too.
and
That's not
sick.
always
Oh yeah,
good.
yeah.
But what happens is they talk to him, I come back and the field is like that.
Oh,
And then it's in color too. I can see the color of it. But it's him. It's just him. And all I wanted was a better platform for him because he deserves that.
oh,
And
he
he
certainly
does
does.
many things. And I just stand back and awe and go, wow, did he really do that? Really? Okay. You know, sometimes I'll say, did you do that? And he'll say, he won't answer. No, 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 okay.
Oh, I love it.
So he's really lovely. He's very sweet. And, you know, I don't have an explanation for him. And I can't take credit for him. I mean, he's just what he is. And I believe he is what he says he is because he has a good track record and he's proven. Because I'm mean. I was like, prove it. Prove it right
You
now.
have it's not being mean. You have to be sure you're talking,
Uh,
especially because so many entities like to masquerade as some of these higher
yes, they
beings.
do. I had a lady
You
in
have to
Hawaii.
be like, you know, every
I
time,
had I had a
every
lady in
day.
Hawaii who thought all the archangels were living with her, and come to find out that's not what was living with her. Because Michael was standing here looking at me, going, "Nope."
No
So he
offense
had
to
to.
Siddhartha, but I even had check with Chen. I was like, was this really Siddhartha I'm talking to? He goes, yes, it is. And when I heard that, I was like, holy shit, it is. Like I needed the validation to actually accept it because of how crazy the doubt is these days. But it's, I had to do the same thing with Mary Magdalene the other day, and it turns out it really was her. So I'm
She
just happy it's
reaches.
really them and not somebody masquerading as them.
Mary Magdalene reaches out to a lot of women
She does.
because women are very misunderstood, and she was, and she's always trying to correct that with somebody. To have somebody tell her story or explain how her life really was. She's always looking for a human being, a woman, to do that. She's always looking for that. So she's an interesting one. She comes through the corner of my wall over there with usually Blessed Mother. Don't ask me why, but that's where they come in from. Everybody comes in a different way. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, except for you. You never leave. I think you're here most of
I
the
was gonna
time.
say
Uh, I'll tell you what, sir, he disappears during the day. I don't know what he's doing. I don't care. If he could do the dishes, that would be nice, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get him to do that anytime soon. I'm just teasing. Yes, yes, I'm just teasing. And anyway, if I'm talking to somebody on the phone, setting an appointment or doing this or doing that, he will show up. He always shows up in the same spot. He shows up and he says, "Tell them this or tell them that." I'll go, "Really?" Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell him. So I said, okay, this is what I'm being told. This is what my being says, blah, 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 blah. I never tell them who they're going to be talking to. I think he needs to do that. And so they're like, okay, I'll sign up now. Okay, yeah, that was exactly what I needed to hear. And he does that. And when he's really interested in somebody, he just shows up right during the booking process. And I'm always like, but always in the same place. Always
Interesting.
comes right in the same place,
That's one of your
depending on
validations. One of
depending on
the
the
cool things
room
I've
we're
heard
in.
is that one of the things that you do, you can actually ask them, like, are you from the highest of light, and validate that way. But Chen actually does passwords too. Like he'll send an image as kind of like the password. So that way you
Yeah.
know it's him by the image.
Well, see, we have a key. I have had it for a long time. He says this little thing. Now, when he says it, it's a little bit different, but I tell the story that one day I was sitting here thinking, what's taking him so long to get in here? What is taking so long? And then he said, you didn't say the words. Oh, yeah, right.
Yes. You
He was
didn't say the
waiting for
words.
the
That's
words.
funny.
Yeah, so he had given me words a long time. So we say it often when we're doing things like this so that everyone is included. But it's the we are light beings. That's what he always gets me to say so he can come in. Only when he does it, it's a little wee bit different than what he does publicly. You ought to have him tell you how he explains it. Like when he does it, he explains it. We are light beings because, and then he explains it. It's fascinating. He did that with some of my students one day, and after they showed me, I'm like, what the heck? Where did that all come from? That's not what I usually use. But sometimes he'll explain what he means with that. So it's really interesting when he does it. But he'll whisper, say it out loud for everyone. Okay, if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. And as soon as it's said, he'll come in and I go out. And sometimes I watch. The first time we did your podcast, by the way, young lady, we never had such a massive number of people because, we usually work one-on-one with people or a group. We have a group in Africa. But I was standing in the dining room and there was this big golden ball around him. And I thought, what is that?
What is he
And
doing?
then right above that was sort of this little arch. And I thought, what is that? And then I realized it was sort of his energetic version of the world, and he was touching all the people on that call. And I thought, wow, I've never seen him do that before, but we'd never had that many people before. That was a shock to me. And I suddenly realized the magnitude. I mean, I think we only see this much of him. I think there's way more at the bottom of that iceberg. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think there's way more for most of them, but they're playing coy.
I don't think it's that. I think if he came in fully as he is, he would blow all my chakras out. He would be unhealthy for me. So I think that's why they try. If they're really
Big
what they
energy,
say,
little vessel. That makes sense.
Yep. I think that's why they try so hard to bring you up and they come down to meet you, because if they really came in the way they should, I think that would not be a happy experience for anyone to try. So, but that's what they do. And if you get a being like him, I mean, and understand, it has taken me a full 40 years to get to this point right now. I'm not kidding you. When he came in first, he was maybe 5%, maybe 1%, and I had someone that was my outside gatekeeper, as they call it. But just little
It goes to
by
show why
little.
there's so few people that are channeling such high energy.
Well, I don't take any credit for anything, but I am very happy that we have this interesting relationship and that
You've had to work on that relationship for 40 years. You deserve some credit. You definitely do. You haven't even eaten meat this whole time. I mean,
That's right.
You've
That's right.
definitely done your part, Angelica, and we're so grateful for you.
Yeah, that's what he
It's
said.
an honor to hear from him.
Before I even knew who he was, he said, "Don't eat meat." I'm like, "Why? Just it's better. Just don't do that." Okay.
I've also gone back to just chicken and fish. I'm probably going to cut out the chicken at some point soon too. I'm feeling, I don't know what it is. I just feel like my vibration needs it. And
that's right. I think everything you eat, including plants, but plants are a little different. Like herbs feel upset if you don't eat them. Like they feel if you're not using them in some useful way, they're upset. They think you should talk to your herbs and see if they don't say that.
I talk to my herbs all the time.
Well, these are the kind you eat, but they like it when you eat or you use them as medicine or something like that.
Well, if smudging, the sage, that's,
yeah.
There's different ways of using them.
That's true, but they like it. They're not like, animals aren't too fond of you eating them. They're just not really into that,
Mm-hmm.
And I have no regrets I don't even remember what it tastes like, Occasionally I get one of those, what are they called? Impossible burgers, or one of those fake ones that are not meat. And
that's not real food. You're better off eating meat than the Frankenfood.
Well, I mean, that's close enough for me. You know what I mean? That's as close to meat as I want to get. And
You
I don't
know?
know. I just couldn't even think about that right now. That does not go with a breakfast thought. Just saying, can't do that right now.
I
Um,
still promised Siddhartha I would make him a cupcake. I'm gonna make him a cupcake that's been made with honey instead.
oh, how would you
So
like that?
I am. I'm gonna bring it when I come visit you in Virginia, so Siddhartha can have his birthday cupcake that I promised him. Ask him if he wants chocolate or vanilla or strawberry.
We are liking chocolate, is what he's
Ooh,
saying
of
to
course he
me.
chooses chocolate. All right, well there you
I
go.
don't, I don't think you had a lot of chocolate in your life, did you? No, you don't.
Okay, I'm gonna
What's
make
really
him a
fun is to
chocolate
go to
cupcake
the
made with
Indian.
all my love.
What's really fun is to go to the Indian restaurant with
Oh
him.
yeah? Does
Yeah,
he like it then? He loves
yeah,
it. You know, you get a
he
nice doll.
smells it and it reminds him of home and things like that.
Oh.
And so he sits with you. He squeaks himself in on the end of the bench or whatever.
Mhm. Well, we have 111 people watching. 111. Should we call him in now? It's
I
almost like
think it's a good idea. Do you want a
perfect. Let's
couple
do it.
minutes of a break to get?
You got to say the words. Nope, nope, we're good. You just got
Okay.
to. You just can't
Yes,
forget
we
to
got to
say the
say the
words.
words. We'll say them out loud for you. And you can ask him what it sounds like when he does it because it's different. All right, we're out of here.
See you soon, love.
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Okay. Out
You
loud,
just
right.
say you didn't say the words.
I was saying them in my head. That doesn't help you. So here we go. We are light beings. We release all of our past negatives. We seek the light. We're protected by the light, surrounded by the light, aspire toward the light, accompanied by the light. We are light beings, and we thank the universe for all it has given to us today and in the future. There you are.
Hello, my friend.
We are happy you hear us when we talk to you.
I am very happy. Whenever I feel your presence come in, it makes my whole day. So you are welcome to visit anytime.
We like to check on you to make sure you're okay. And we do that with many people who are here with us today. And
Oh,
111, what a good number is.
yes.
We heard
111.
all the we heard all the bones cracking when we were coming in.
Yes, Angelica needs some healing for her back, eh? She's
Mm.
got some weight on her shoulders she needs removed.
Actually, it's like a crack
Ah,
in the
yeah.
vertebrae. So we'll adjust it up a little bit. We did that for someone yesterday or the day before. We forget. It
We
makes
are
no
very
sense to
grateful
us.
for your
What?
healing.
Ah,
There's a
we're
few
happy
people that
to
are not feeling well, so if you don't mind some healing today for everyone watching would be very wonderful. We would appreciate it.
raise your hand if you can feel us where we are. Oh, well, what do you do instead of raising hand? Say yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's better. Yes. There's some where we can see people. We can't see them on this one. Do you know what we mean?
Yes.
We're amused by you. You have been all over the world since the last time we saw you. What was that?
Zoom zoom. I got the zoomies.
You're not the cat.
I don't know. Some days I feel like one. I have 9 lives at least.
Well, we think 10, but who's counting?
Oh, there you go. It's exciting. Big things are happening.
That's what we hear. We're just teasing you. You know that, don't you?
I love it though. It's fine.
Very good. We like that. So, do you have any question for us today, or shall we do that later?
Whatever. I think most people, if you guys have a question you would like to submit, feel free to ask Siddhartha now. You can ask in the questions. Sorry, the
Now,
question in the comments.
while you're all here, we're going to tell you we have to put a commercial in. We were told that. So we'll do it. Here's the commercial. Are you ready?
Yes.
So all of you that are here, you should come to this meditation. I will teach you how to do different kinds that will work for you 2 Saturdays in a row. This one coming and the one after that. And it should be a lot of, well, we don't know if it will be fun, but we hope it will. You will laugh at our bad jokes. We're hoping for that. We do have a few, right?
None of your jokes are bad jokes. They're all good jokes.
Oh, well, that's good to know. That's very good. We like to hear that. But if you need different, if you have different needs, and you all do, you can come and learn how to do this. It will help you. Now, people go, I can't do that. Yes, you can. We'll teach you how to do it. It just takes a little time and a little patience, and it's worth it. Because once you get the techniques down, the practice, right? A little practice, 5 minutes a day, it's all it takes. And the next day, 10 and 15 and so forth. But you'll find your body having a good effect because as you learn to slow your breath and as you learn to be gentle with yourself, what happens is the energy will start to run very freely from source, from here, right? We talked to you about that before. But what will happen is you will be able to do this yourself in your own home or your car or wherever you want to do it. And you'll find one that fits you perfect because that is most important to find a way to do this that works for you. There's some very serious transcendental meditation. We teach you how to be quiet. We teach you how to look at candle, and we're going to have a very interesting digital thing with that. We don't understand it, but maybe you can figure out what Christopher will do, but he'll figure it out. And it will be very exciting to do that. And so we want you to come and join with us because more is merrier, right? More people, more more is merrier. But if you cannot come, we understand they give you a little, what's that called? A little recording, right? Something like that. We don't know how that works. You have to ask a human being about that. But it works some way. And so you can get that and listen to it whenever you want to. So it's quite a good thing. Even if you can't come, you can get the recording and do it on your own. But remember, you're not doing it on your own because the minute you listen to it, you're back with us again, whether you know it or not. And if you've had that experience where you've had a session with us and you go back and you listen to it, what happens? You feel like you're right there again. What a surprise, right? Isn't that a big
Yes.
wow?
That's why I have your podcast pinned to the top of my page. The first thing people see, they can come and get a clearing from an old recording. It's just as
Well,
effective.
do you know something? We appreciate that. We have seen that from time to time. And we like that you do. It's a very great honor that you give us by doing that. Because you are helping a lot of people, whether you know you are or not, you are. We know that. And
You honor us with your presence, Siddhartha.
uh, we are very charmed by you and very honored as well. Uh,
I feel that there's a lot of wonderful things coming. Is can you see anything from your perspective as to some of the
yes,
changes that may be coming?
yes. First of all, the first change has been in you. Did you know that?
I have felt something.
Because you're allowing things to drop away that don't work, and you're allowing things to, your perspective on certain things to shift. And in doing that, this is what is making your vibration. It's like walking up the stairs, isn't it? You're always ready to take that next step, but sometimes you get stuck on one and you can't get your foot to the next one. Well, you're taking steps now, and this is very good. We had hoped that for you. We wanted that for you and for everybody else who wants to make that step because it's important to continue to raise your vibration and become more evolved as a human being because that's where it starts. It's internal, it's not external. And we think it's quite good that you have been able to clear your perspective and see things in a much more different and beautiful way. You understand what we mean?
You honor me. Thank you. Yes, it's you are putting it into words exactly how I feel lately.
So this is what is happening with you, and because you're seeing it, you're now feeling the good stuff, not the bad stuff.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes. I feel untouchable, but in a good way.
It's good. So, you still have a few habits that you should clear. Just saying.
I know. Old
Oh
habits
no.
die hard.
Yes, but you will get there because like you're talking, you don't feel like meat. Well, as you get clearer and you're going up, you won't need anything else.
Hmm.
I mean, you will need food, of course, you will do that.
Yes.
But what Siddhartha is trying to say is you'll change, you'll be different. Now, the problem with being different than what you are is that people don't get it. They won't believe that you are different. They will say, "Oh no, no, you're still the same." But you're not going to be the same. You're not the same now. You're now feeling what is good. We feel there is more income coming to people, whether they know it or not. We say that gently. It sort of depends on if you're pushing it away or not. You want to call it in, you don't want to push it away. It's a currency. Your currency in America and everywhere else is funds. You have to have funds to live. So why not call it in the ways that you can do that?
So we can use it as a tool.
Yes, and many of you have started to, what do they want to say, to understand that it's not about what you have, but what you do with what you have. You can be a very wealthy person and keep all that money to yourself, or you can help others where they genuinely need it, and that money will come back to you a hundredfold. So there are people that, oh, I got this now, I've got to hang on to it. Don't do that. It's all right to help someone else. It's all right to feed someone else, to care for someone else. Older people in this country don't always have what they need. Help them. Help people who have children who cannot manage. Help them. It's very good. We will tell you a funny story. Don't tell Vessel. Like she won't watch this later. But anyway, what we saw Vessel, she does this crazy stuff all the time. And we think she knows what's good or not. But she sees this man in a suit and a tie. Black suit, white shirt, black tie. He's running. She has just left the house. She's driving around the corner down the street. And this man is running. He's a little on the wobbly side, shall we put it like that? But he is running and running, and she thinks he's not going to make it. And she just knew he was going to his church down the street a bit. It was a long way to that church. It was hot. She gets a little ahead of him and pulls over, and she yells out the window, "Where are you going?" He's, well, she said, "Forget it. Get in the car." We were so amused. We made sure she was safe, but it was still amusing to us. Oh, I can't. Yeah. She says, "Never mind, I get it." So she takes him down another mile or so and takes him to church. He finally can breathe, and he says, "I'm the pallbearer for a funeral that is happening right now, and my ride didn't show up." She said, "Ah, you'll get there in time." It took her like 2 minutes or something. It didn't take her any. And he got there just in time. But that was a very funny experience that we watched her. Most people would have said, "I don't care if this man is going to have a heart attack running to church." They would have gone by, not swimming, driven by. And we were so amused by that she was like, "Oh, we can't watch that. It's terrible." And so she did. She picked him up, and it was fine. And now the people at the church were all wondering who he was getting out of the car with. That was entertaining because they're like, "Who's that?" You know.
Oh, it's just Siddhartha and his vessel.
That's right. Just out
Only
for
they
a little
knew that he
drive.
got dropped off by Buddha himself.
We're just out for a drive. We're going to go to the funeral of someone we don't know. There we go. How about that? She did not stay. She said, "No, we cannot stay for that. We don't know this person. Come on, let's go. We got work to do." So it's pretty funny though to see that, and we're sharing that because when you are generous with your time and your money, it always comes back, always, every time. With you, she's so happy. You sent her a gift or two, one for Cat. Cat loves that, by the way,
Don't forget.
and Cat loves it. And his when he breathes with his little flat nose, the catnip everywhere. So the whole house is full of catnip. So he's very happy.
I am gonna bring you gifts as well.
Ah, we
I've got some old movies I think you may like, and I'm gonna bake you a cupcake as I promised.
we are liking cupcakes. That's a very
I
good
know, a
idea.
chocolate one. You want chocolate, yeah?
Yes.
I will make it with lots of love and no sugar. We'll
You
put
know
honey in
why?
there.
You know why chocolate is because it's good for brain.
Ah,
Did you know
good,
that?
see? No, I didn't know that.
It makes
Now I have another
serotonin.
excuse.
Yes. Oh, I'm working on my brain eating this chocolate like that.
Ah.
That's all you have to do. It's medicine. I'm taking care of my brain.
I always use the medicine excuse. That's something I need to stop doing, actually.
We are amused by that. We know that. We think
My
that's very
medicine,
funny
you
too.
know.
There are people that are crying in your audience, so we need to do something to help them.
Okay, let's send some love. Sorry to hear that, you guys. Somebody's going through some heavy stuff, huh?
They are in pain. Some are physical, some emotional pain. We hear
All
you.
right. Well, let's
We
connect.
have,
Let's connect now and send them some love,
yes,
shall we?
yes, what we want, we felt it. Suddenly we felt it very strong.
I'll make a
And
nice Reiki ball.
there are many people that feel that way. So what we want to do is put you into an altered state, okay? Because it's good for the body to be altered. When you slow the breath down, your temperature goes down, your what is the other thing? Blood pressure goes down. And people say, "Who are you talking to?" I have a crew over here. You don't know about them.
Yes.
It's Chinese doctor and Scottish doctor and Dr. Scott. We call him Dr. Scott. We took that from Star Trek, sort
I,
of.
yes.
So he's Mr. Spock, not Mr. Scott. Oh, we don't know. Anyway, that's what he calls himself, Dr. Scott.
Would you like
He
to
was
lead
a,
the meditation, a short one?
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. We
Wonderful.
are going
Let's
to
do
do
that.
that. How short does it need to be?
We have all the time in the world for you, Siddhartha. We could be here till evening. I'm fine.
Well, that might be a
I know
little
it
longer
depends on how long
vessel,
your
but
vessel can handle it. We're all good. Take your
yes.
time.
All right. So we want you to do what we always ask you to do, and that is, hmm, that is to breathe in golden light to your crown chakra. And you'll know you're breathing it in. Call it. You call in this golden light. It's from other, it's from source. Okay. So you call it in, and you might feel your crown chakra tingle or be hot, or some people feel cold, but usually it's not that. It's usually hot or like touching or pressure, something like that.
Yes.
Sometimes this crown is connected to third eye, so you might feel like a little link between the two of them. These are the upper level, higher chakra. And yes, there are some above that, but this is for your physical body. So we start where we start, okay?
Okay.
So pull in beautiful golden light. Pull it down to the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, and stop at the solar plexus. Pull it all the way down. Now hold it and think of things you want to get rid of. It can be an old pair of shoes. We wouldn't recommend that. It could be a bad habit. It could be a bad relationship, bad job, whatever. Think about what you want to be rid of. And now, very slowly, you want to breathe that out, back up, and out through the nose. Okay. So let's do it again. We'll do three of those. That's number one. Number two, pull it down, down, down. Go slow. Don't get in a hurry. Down, down to your solar plexus and hold it. Think of what you need to get rid of, what doesn't work anymore. Ah, good. And that can be pain too. Anything painful, do that. Now breathe out, out, out through the nose, very slow. Last one. Breathe in, beautiful golden light down, down, down. Hold it. Think of anything else or say whatever I forgot. We like to do that. And then breathe out, out, out. Beautiful. How nice. Now try to get comfortable. You don't have to sit up. If you need to lay down, that's all right. If your back is bad or something, get what is comfortable for you to sit. You do not have to sit in a lotus posture. That is good if you can do it, but if you can't do it, that's all right. Put your palms up, okay? You do that because you want the energy to come in, not to go out. So you want to sit with your palms up and be relaxed. Move your neck a little bit. That's right. Whatever makes you feel better. Good. Ah, isn't that nice? Now we will start at the top of the head. If you suffer from headache, migraine, or something like that, imagine what are they called? Cobwebs in your brain. Oh, terrible thought, isn't it? You clean out all of the cobwebs and make all of the blood vessels happy, and all of the cells and the I'm not sure what to call it, but the circulatory system to be good. Feel the oxygen coming into the brain as you take a breath. That's right. Ah, your third eye is probably starting to pulse a little bit. Now, for those of you that chew on your jaw, that crunch your jaw, there's a little joint right here. Think of that spot on both sides. Relax it. Just let it be gentle, okay? And it will relax the rest of the jaw too as you do that. No crunching jaw. That gives you headache. Don't do it. Take another breath. Good. Release that stress. Now, on your shoulders, let's clear that. You are carrying things that do not belong to you. You are doing that. Don't. It is not your responsibility to take on what belongs to others. By doing that, you also take their opportunity away to become more, to be more, to learn to navigate life. You don't want to do that. So, whatever you're holding on for your children, your parents, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, cousins, whatever, let it go. Sweep it off your shoulders like it's nothing. And whatever belongs to you, sweep that off too, because you don't have to carry that. Let the universe carry it for you. Yes? Ah, good. Sinuses are opening with some people. Yes, of course it might feel better. Your nose, all of these. Breathe in again. Yes. And out. Yes. Relax. You don't have anything else to do but listen to us today. Well, you might, but for now, you are with us. You can feel our energy in your home with you. Chinese doctor, Siddhartha, anyone that is your guidance, that is clean and pure and of the light, will be with you. If there are things with you that are not of the light and not clean and not pure, they have to leave. And they know better than to stay with Siddhartha in the room. Go away. That's right. We see you. Go. Some have just detached from someone's back. Do these things happen? Yes. Sometimes they come from other human beings. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just like your light. That's it. That's their job. But they're not important and they have no power over you. Don't let them. They don't have the right. You have free will. You can get rid of whatever you want. Did you know that? Free agency, they call it. Free will. It's a beautiful thing. It was gifted to you when you were born. Oh, imagine. You came in with a free card. Isn't that nice? But it's true. So take another breath, relax, relax your arms, then your elbows. Any pain is going to go. We're going to clap. Don't be scared. We'll count to three. One, two, three. There, more energy to help you. To your elbows, one on the one side and the other side. Somebody has a very bad right elbow. We'll work on that for you. Down to your wrist, both wrists. Now, all of you have wrists because of your phones. You need to put your phone down sometime. But you feel this pain there when you're holding your phone because you hold it too much. Get a holder or, put it down, okay? Because holding it all the time is bad for your wrist. So we clear one, clear the other. We'll do that. And all of your fingers too. And that you have stress in your fingers and your little thumb. Yes, we know you have a little finger, but you also have a thumb that is not very big. So we'll just say we'll clear that one. And especially this joint right here, we'll clear that too. Now feel your palms. Do you feel them? Yes, it's magnificent to feel the boing, boing, boing in your palms. That is your energetic. Now we're going to open the left palm first, and you'll feel it go round, round. We'll clear it. That's good. We'll give that to Sakara. Okay. And we go round, round like that. Now it should be warm. Let's do the other one. One, two, three. There we go. Let's do that. Say get bigger, bigger. It will do that. Ah, very nice. Now your palm should tingle or have pressure. But we think usually it tingles. And if you're a healer, this part will be very hot. Okay. If you want to check it, you can put your palms close to each other and you'll feel that pulse between one hand and the other. And if you want to feel it more, you can bring your palms in and find resistance because that is your energy stopping the hands from moving very far. It's not mental, it's physical, the same. All right, we'll go on down the body through the throat chakra. You don't speak what you should. Open it. Open that. This is your creative center. You want to write, you want to play music, you want to play. Open this throat chakra. And it goes to the back, to the first bone. It's in alignment with the little V on the collar, and also it goes to the first bone that connects the neck and the back. So we're going to clear that. One, two, three. There you go. We like it. Ah, good. Okay. And we'll come down your backbone to your heart. Now, you're carrying grief, you're carrying pain, you are torturing or being tortured by your thoughts and your feelings and your perspective. Let's just change all of that. Whoa, that's a big idea, isn't it? Let's try. Suspend your disbelief, okay? And think that you can do that. Have a new attitude, new perspective. Now, in your heart chakra, think of what has caused you pain. It can be death, it can be a bad situation with a relationship, can be job, can be your children, can be anything. Whatever it is that causes you pain, think about that right now. And when you get done thinking about it, say it out loud. And whatever I forgot. And once you get everything pinned down or that you're aware of, we can clear that for you. Trust it. Yes, trust it. If you don't think it will work, guess what? Won't. It's programming. Do you understand? Program yourself to have belief instead of disbelief. And better than belief, as we always speak, is truth. Can you see this as truth? Ah, we felt that. Someone got that. Yes. All right. And whatever you forgot. Okay. We're going to clap and we're going to clear the heart chakra front and back. So you may feel a little odd. You might feel it in your backbone actually. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, some people had a lot of stuff there. Now we're going to fix chakra so it's rolling the right way. Good. Good. Yes. People with heart issues that are related to your emotions. We'll do you one more time. 1, 2, 3. There, that's better. Little better. You just needed a little extra. Now come on down to the solar plexus where you have your solar plexus chakra. And we're going to want you to do a little visualization. How about that? Look into your solar plexus. Think about what has made you angry, what has made you have disbelief, what has made you lack confidence. And confidence and ego are not the same. Forget that. You have to have confidence to be successful in your earthly world. Ego can stop you from being successful in your earthly world. So take that and think about having the confidence you need to make yourself successful. Why not? When you feel angry, is it for yourself or someone else? We think most of you are angry for other people who are not being treated proper. That's all right. People say, oh, anger and fear, that's so negative emotion. Not true. It can save your life. If you are running from someone who is trying to do you harm, or you're fighting for your life, those two emotions can uh, set your adrenal glands off and will help you survive. However, you don't need to keep living in the past and reliving that. So let's get rid of all of the anger and fear that has come to you to this point. And when you need it again, it can show back up, but you don't need it now. You're not in that moment. So think about the moments that caused it and let's clear them. Shall we do that? So whatever causes you to have no confidence, whatever causes you to have disbelief, whatever causes anger or fear or depression or anxiety, all of those things are related. So think about that and then say, whatever I forgot. And if it's in your past, we can clear it. Let's do it now. So we will help you. You might feel tingle here, by the way. Oh, yes, we felt somebody get something there. Okay. Yes, we feel that pain that's in your back. We feel it. We'll clear that for you, okay? It's right where solar plexus is. We get it. It's kind of wrapped around your bones. We'll clear it. Don't worry. All right, so take a minute, think it over. Think about situations and people and stress that have caused all these things, that have given you post-traumatic stress, that has created pain in your life. Don't hold on to it. You don't need it. All right, we count to 3, and whatever you forgot. 1, 2, 3. And there's someone with this that's wrapped around spine. We fixed it. Doesn't look nice either. All right, that's better. Now, if you like angels, you can call Raphael. If you like other beings, you can call them. Just make sure they're light being. Always must be that. Ah, very nice. Now we go down to the sacral chakra. It's very important. This is not for fertility or this or that, what people think. The sacral chakra is sacred for a reason. It allows you to connect to other types of beings that are part of your beingness. Okay? When people have corrupted that, not you, but other people who have invaded you, It is good to clear that energy that does not belong to you. So that's what we will do here. Now you know what we're talking, and if you don't, that's okay. You're not supposed to. So right at the moment, we're going to open the sacral chakra. Get ready. Are you ready? Yes, we want you to think about that. Think about what you want to free yourself of. Yes. Thank you for reminding. Good. Don't be afraid. Don't. You don't need to. You're with us. Good. Much better. All right, let's clear it. We're going to count to three. And whatever I forgot, one, two, three. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in there. When these lower chakras, which are base chakras, are not clear, they give a lot of physical problem, diarrhea or other things like that. You can figure out what they are, but they're not they're not happy things that happen to your body when their chakras are shut. Do people believe it? No, but that's okay. Doesn't make it less true. We do it again. One, two, three. And we'll wrap this, roll it. Good. Much better, much better. And it'll go down through the body to the root, and we're going to open the root. Ready? Root connects you to earth, okay? But it also is part of where some people get assaulted. So we're just going to clear that. So one, two, yes, think about it first, okay? It's all right to cry. It's okay. All right, here we go. And whatever you forgot, you don't have to remember everything. It's not necessary. We can just clear it. All right. One, two, three. And then open, open, open. Ah, there you go. Now, we think of this chakra as belonging to Gaia, Mother Earth, because Gaia is a being and the planet, both. It is spirit and physical, just like you. So when you open the root chakra, and we are seeing large golden orange balls and red and so forth, and we want you to go back and look at your solar plexus and make that also a beautiful Mayan sun. Beautiful. Can be golden, golden white, golden orange, golden pink, or red, red orange, red pink, whatever color you want. But see it get bigger, 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 bigger. Yes. Let the energy go up through the body and down through the body too. Uh-huh. So now we're going to quickly clear your feet chakra because the energy needs a place to go. So we'll clear them both. We'll do the left one first. One, two, three. Here we go. All left feet are being done. Energy is cleared. Some people have a lot of mess in there we fix. Some people have a foot issue. So we're going to work on that foot for a minute. Yes. Now we do the other one. The right one. One, two, three. And right in the chakra is in the instep, if you're wondering, or the arch, that's what's called. Right? Okay, we clear that. Ah, interesting. Now we'll go back up to the hip joints and we'll clear them. We'll give you a little extra etheric or energetic bandit. We do left first. One, two, three. And we just clear that. And we'll give the bandit. And if your hips are out of joint, we'll out of alignment, we'll fix. And then we'll go back to the other one. One, two, three. And we'll clear that one. There we go. The right one. Good. A little extra down both front and back of the thigh and to the knee. We'll do the left one. We'll open that. Some people are having trouble with left. Some people are having trouble with right. We fix them both. And we'll give you a little extra energetic band-aid down both the front and back of the bottom part of the leg, which we don't know is what's called. And then we'll do the ankle on the left. Someone has a very bad left ankle. Looks like you broke bones in there. You know who we are talking to. And then let's go to the right one. Somebody else is having a different right ankle problem. Looks like more ligament issue or something like that. Okay, we straighten it. Okay. Then we go through the heel, the chakra, and the ball of the foot on the both feet, and each little toe, each every teeny little toe. Your little tiny toe, your fourth toe, your third toe, your second toe, and yes, of course, the big toe at the end. Yeah, very nice. Now sit and think and feel. Don't think, feel. You tingle all over. Good. Well, wait till we are done with you. So now, no matter how bad your back is, we are hoping that you will be able, once we clap, to feel energy from the base of the spine where the tailbone is. We're going to lift your vertebrae all the way up through your neck. So get ready. Hold very still. Take a breath. Let it out. And now we'll start. 1, 2, 3. From the bottom. Someone has very bad low back. Yes. And up to the shoulder blades. We're going to clear them too. Well, we might as well. And then from there to the bone at the top of the back that hooks to your neck, and then from the back up the neck. Yeah. And now down, and then up, and then down. Your whole spine. Yeah. And from the root chakra, you'll feel the energy going to the hip, to the knees, to the ankle, to the feet, and out. Now, isn't that nice? Now, what we'll say to you is, and people don't like to hear this, but we are going to help you. We think you'll understand when we're done. Sometimes you have to forgive not other people, yourself. And if you feel you need to do that, do it now. And some people don't understand that they need to be grateful and have gratitude to themselves, because without your body, your mind, your spirit, you would not exist. You have to have them all. Well, until you're not on earth anymore, but that's different. Yes, that's right. We feel it. Oh, good. We feel pain going away out of somebody's neck and shoulders. That's good. And somebody's knee is getting better. And your hands are very excited, aren't they? They're very warm, tingle. They have heat or pressure, but you feel your hands are open, right? And your feet too. Let the energy now come from the top of the crown chakra to the third eye, to the throat, to the heart, through the solar plexus, sacral chakra root, down the legs into the earth. And you are now connected, heaven and earth, are you not? Ah, we do enjoy you so much. It's all right to cry. It's all right. Now, take a breath in and hold it. And release anything else that has caused you pain that you can't think of that is too painful. And when you breathe out, let it go. Try. Do it 3 times. We will wait for you. Good. Now, one more thing. Go to the place that you love the most, the beach, the mountain, under a tree, next to a river, whatever it is. Go to the place that you love in your mind. Do you see it? Now look right in front of you. Do you see me? Do you see Siddhartha or Chinese doctor? You see us. What do we look like? What do you read? What do you remember? What do we remind you of? Feel energetic. Yes, it's good. Warm and comfortable, we hope. Familiar sometimes. Now call to yourself someone you want to speak to who's on the other side now. You can call your guidance or you can call someone that has left you at some point in your life. Just one. Call them in. Tell them they can visit and ask them a question that you want an answer to. You have total control here. They're not going to stay. You can ask them whatever you want. And then listen and feel. Some people don't speak with words. They send their energetic and you get the feeling of it. Or they could just talk to you. Take a moment here. Yes, good. Now, some of you are not quite in your body, so we want you to call yourself back in. Say goodbye to who has come to talk to you and say thank you for being a teacher because all people teach you lessons or pets that do. I know sometimes it hurts to see them, but it's all right. They're in good place. They're not gone. Yes, sometimes people are gone a long time for a human being. That's true, but it's all right. Now take a breath. Be gentle. Pull yourself back in. Pull yourself back in. You'll feel your chakras line up with your spirit. You didn't know that's how they stay in, did you? It's true, they do. Pull your spirit in, you'll feel them line up, yes. All right. Now, when you're ready, only when you're ready, come back to us, yes? Open your eyes and speak so that we know you are with us. Don't rush. It doesn't feel good when you rush like that. Don't bounce back in body. Don't do that. Take your time.
Thank
There
you.
you are.
That was
There you
amazing.
are. You wanted to jump in. You don't have to jump. Don't do that. It's like you lose all your breath when you do that. Don't do that. Just gentle, gentle. No rush. We were talking to you. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes, we thought you did.
I felt very close to my guides for a minute. I almost didn't want to go back. I wanted to take a nap instead.
That feeling of like being in a sauna or wanting to just float away or go to sleep. those are that means you are with beings that are a very high vibration. Blessed Mother can put people out in a heartbeat because her vibrations up here. That's a funny way to say it, isn't it?
Yes.
But it is that it's like if you have a, a master, a guru master, right? A teacher. If the teacher is a good teacher, you feel that energetic, you see? And you just go, oh, this feels so nice. I don't want to leave it. But guess what? It's okay to stay for a little while, but eventually you want yourself to be that. You understand what we mean?
Yes.
And so it is a good place to rest your soul for a minute, or spirit, or your body too. The body gets rest. Body is always in a hurry. Always got to do this, got to do that. You don't. You don't have to do that.
I feel like my cup has been refilled.
We are happy about it. And if you're on the other side of the world and you need to go to bed, you'll sleep tonight. You will. And in your case, you'll be ready to go run around the house, do a marathon, wash the car, clean the house. That's what attention deficit people do, don't they? They get charged. They feel so good, they want to do everything. Don't do that. Just try to be gentle today. Can you do that?
Absolutely.
Give it a try. You will like it. We're sure. Do you realize that it has spread from you to your whole house? That energy.
That's beautiful.
Walk through the house and you'll feel the difference. You'll do it. You'll feel it.
I can feel the energy now just is completely different. I feel very at peace. Thank you, Babaji.
Most welcome. Good student. Yes.
You honor me. Thank you.
We like good students. Some are bad students, but not too many. Most are good students. When you learn anything and you have that realization that you've got it, guess what? You get more confident and you become more able, more consciously able to do the next thing. True. That's very good, yes?
It was amazing. I feel so rejuvenated and revitalized. Thank you.
Are we getting comments?
We are getting amazing comments, and I must say everyone is so just I don't even know where to start. So much gratitude and love and appreciation, really. And almost everyone, I believe, could feel the vibration, could feel something from this. So
Yes,
that is, I mean, it's one thing when we talk about it, but when you can feel it within yourself, it
yes,
really, yes.
yes, yes. That's what we want. Can you imagine how magnificent our 2 hours in our new event on Saturday will be? Just saying.
Yes.
But to get
Doing
another
the
commercial in, right?
yes.
That's pretty funny. Come on.
I was very I was very relaxed, and all of a sudden something said, "You have a spammer," and then I opened my eyes and there really was a spammer. So I blocked him and then I went back in again. So it was like
Spammers will not survive in a good environment like that.
no, no, they won't. So I feel very dialed up and tuned in.
That's very excellent. So you are. That is the thing. People think they need eyes to see. You do not. They help, no question. But in a spiritual form, you see differently. You see from here, not from here. We would like to know if people could see us when we ask them to look.
I saw you sitting under the tree as your human self.
Yes, that's good. We like that.
Yes. I don't know why. I could see you clear as day in my mind's eye. You had a big golden orb around you.
Yes, that's what we look like when we're in deep meditation, we think. Hello.
Wow.
When we were on Earth, now we look a little different.
Interesting.
But our tree is where our ashram is. We think you visited our little astral plane there. You can come there to visit us.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Behind the tree over this side is ashram. Yes.
I will meditate on that. Thank you.
Yes, we like it.
Wow. A lot of people saw colors
Good.
and they could feel, yes, they could definitely feel the vibration of the space changed. One person asked, they have a little one in the room and the little one got quiet. The little ones can feel this energy change, can't they?
Yes, we're very good at knocking out children that need to go to sleep. They're screaming, crying, and then they're not. What can we tell you? We're kidding about the knocking out part.
I
We
was gonna.
don't do
I
that.
figured knocking out wasn't exactly the the accurate
Oh,
depiction.
different word, whatever. Calming them down, let's call it it.
Wow.
Sometimes if we are doing session with person, there's a child in another room screaming, screaming, won't go to sleep. And we go, yes, you will. Go to sleep. Shh. Go on, quiet. And pets too, man, the cats especially. Oh,
Blissed out.
yes, doggies, they do like it too. They like it. They go to sleep.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for everything, Siddhartha. Really, it's always truly the highlight of my whole month to be able to sit in with you and have a moment. So thank you.
That's very lovely that you are thinking of us that way. Like that.
Yes. And I will
And
make sure I attend your meditation on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it.
we want you to. That would be very nice. All of you are invited. We don't know if you can share the link or whatever or not, but if you can, that would be good.
It's a pleasure. There's the link for those of you who would like to attend and join us.
It'll be
Well,
exciting. So
yes.
exciting. It's 2 parts. It's one Saturday soon and the next one. And we
Yes.
liked it. We can't tell you how soon because we don't know, but you know what we mean. It's soon. It's the next one, right?
Yes.
We do.
Perfect. We can see the step we've made in a week. We'll go up
Yes, we'll be
another step. Yes.
very good. We'll be very fine. We like it. And you can all be very blissed out. You know, that's a bad joke, but it's a good one.
Yeah, you don't even have to take anything for it. You just have to
Not a thing. You
meditate.
just come and bliss. Yes, we like it.
Oh, wonderful. Well,
We
thank you
like
so
it.
much for your time, Siddhartha. It truly is an honor to spend time with you. Thank you, Babaji.
You're most welcome, and we shall give you blessing before we go. Yes.
Please, yes.
All right. Oh, all of you honor us today by being here with us. We appreciate you so much. We love you. We love you. We care for you. We hear you, which is very important, isn't it? We also wish for you whatever your wish is, because that is the greatest gift we can give to you. So thank your wish. Let us hear what it is. And
Be able to see and hear clearly.
correct, that's a good one. We like it. So we
Thank
say, go ahead.
Mane Padme Hum.
Yes, so we say Om Mane Padme Om, which means we honor the jewel in the lotus. What it means is your jewel is your spirit, the lotus is your body. And so
Yes.
we honor both your spirit and your body. Why not? We think it's a good mantra.
Perfect.
And then we say to you, we love you, we bless you, we keep you, we have gratitude for you, and we thank you so much for seeing us today. And we say to you, of course, Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Whoa, what a landing.
How are you feeling?
Wow, that was a crazy landing. Sometimes it's easy going out and weird coming in, or weird going out and easy coming in. Oh, it was a little weird, that one, Siddhartha. Oh, mercy. That's funny.
Wow. I don't even have words. That was incredible. My whole body feels so different. I had some knee pain and some back pain today, and they're both almost gone. Like,
He does that.
yay.
He does that. He does that. I don't understand it. I just can tell you that it's energy and it works. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
His energy works a little bit better than the rest of us, but it still works.
I'm with Chantal. I'm so thirsty right now. I need some water. This carrot juice is not doing it justice.
Well, you probably should drink water or
I'm gonna
tea,
drink some
either
water in a
one.
minute, yeah.
Yeah. So how much fun was that? That was pretty good.
Incredible.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
loves that. He loves to talk. He's going to get 2 hours of talking. He's going to do all the heavy lifting on Saturday.
I love it. I really do. I could feel his presence. And
Yeah.
and it makes you feel a little less crazy every time.
Well,
You do?
and it's hard. You want to always be skeptical in this kind of work, but there are some things that you just know and you don't have to be skeptical about. And that's what this is. I used to ask him all the time, prove it, prove it. And then one day I said, why do I bother doing that? Because he's always right. That's stupid. So I
The
stopped
problem
doing that.
is when you're like, prove it, they're like, all right, watch this. And you're like, oh,
They
wow.
prove it in like 15 different ways. It comes at you from all sides. You go, whoa, wait, I didn't
You're
want
like,
that
okay,
much
you want to
proof.
show off. We got you. We believe you now.
Oh,
It's
mercy.
like
That's
seeing that
funny.
Bubba G license plate right after we hung up that a few months ago. Like that, I mean, I laughed. I was like, now he's just showing off. That is
You know,
showing off right there.
what he does with my student that does the whole numbers thing is he sends 108. 108 is his number. So if you see
I have
108
every time I
someplace,
see 108 now, I know it's a message from him. Yep.
if you're thinking about something and you see 108, that's an answer to your question. That 108. He heard you. He heard you. He's incredible. I'm not saying that for me. I'm not. I just can't believe him sometimes. He's amazing. That's it. It's not me. Take my word for it. It is not me.
I think
We
somebody
actually
even
had,
told me it was the weirdest thing. I was out, I was very relaxed and at peace, and all of a sudden the next thing you know, I hear you have a spammer, block them. And I open my eyes, and there really was a spammer. And they had already commented 3 times. I'm like, you little stinker. I blocked him, and then sure enough, I go right back in like nothing. That was cool.
that happens.
They did. They gave
That
me a
will
heads
happen. Yeah, no doubt. That's very
up.
funny.
I love it. The emergency number of Siddhartha is 108. Yep, just call 108. Dial 108 Siddhartha.
That's how it is with him. That's his. My student sees 108 on his dashboard. 3 cars drive by with 108. It's just weird. He said, "You won't believe how many times I saw that today." I said, well,
Now
apparently
I'm
he's
going to be
traveling
looking
with
for
you."
108s today. I'm going to be, it's going to be on a license plate now after we hang up. Watch.
Be careful what you ask for. You'll be
Yeah,
going, there's one, there's one, there's one. That's funny. Sometimes it's like 1.08. So there are all these weird combos but it still shows up as 108. It's very funny. Your change you get back when you go shop, stuff like that. It's crazy. Crazy.
Love it.
Well, thank you all for coming
It says
today.
18 people are watching the live for Sandy. That's funny. It said 108 for me a few minutes ago. That's why I was laughing. 108 people watching.
That is funny. I would love to have 108 people on one of our events. I think that would be so much fun to have 108 people. Of course, 109 is good too, but
111.
yeah, or 111. That's Michael's number. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
That's so
111
funny.
is Michael's number. Okay, I do see that a lot too.
Michael likes that number, and that's the one he claims for himself.
I see 144 everywhere. The angel number of the star seeds. I've been seeing it absolutely everywhere lately. So they're really drumming that frequency in lately.
Because you're right. I think these are signs to us. Just hold on. Just hold on. We're gonna get through this weird stuff, and we're gonna get to the other side of the rainbow with lots of gold. So I think
I
that's
think so. I think
yeah.
so. We got exciting things in the works
Yep, we do.
for each one of us. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Angelica, for 2 hours of your time. That is so kind of you to stick with us for so long. I love hanging out with you. I just wanted to say, I'm going to bring you a whole box of old movies.
I'll take
Okay,
them.
cool.
I'll
Looking
take
forward
them.
to it.
You know, now everybody's streaming, so they're not going to do DVDs very long, I don't think, unless
No,
people revolt.
I got you some DVDs. I'm going to get you more before I can visit.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'd be
Looking forward
great.
to
Just
it. Awesome.
keep collecting.
I love you all. I'm going to share the link one more time. Make sure you don't miss out on Siddhartha's guided meditations. They're going to be on the next 2 Saturdays. And it's life-changing to hang out with Siddhartha. It really is. So don't miss out. And even if you just get to the recording, as you'll find out, the recordings are just as effective.
They are. They work just fine. And I think he
My
hears it,
brain
you
will
know.
work better. He's not working on 100 people all at the same time, you know?
Well, that could be, but you know, he hears it and he's there. You know, they
Yeah.
all do this. If you call them, they will help you. They really will help you. And if you feel blissed out, you've got one of these upper frequency beings. That's just how they feel. Some people cry. And they cry when they're in that energy. They just cry and they say, I don't know why I'm crying. I don't get it. Well, it's because you're in the frequency. That's why you're crying.
Releasing. Yeah.
You are acknowledging that with your tears, and it's a good thing.
Perfect.
All right. So
Love you, Angelica.
love you
And
too.
I love
It's been
all
a
of you.
lovely day here. Yeah.
Wonderful. See you guys soon. Mwah.
See you
Namaste.
Saturday.
Yes. See you guys Saturday. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.